get this one started. I think I got it all. It's a lot to do. Woohoo! Okay, so here we are. In Pilates, we don't use anything heavier than 3, so make sure you check your weights, okay? So we're in our Pilates stance, and we're going to do some bicep curls with palms facing forward. Here we go, 1. I want you to resist up and resist down. Core is pulling in and up, thighs are wrapping, there's no flinging. Boom, lefty 1, out of releve, up and down, up and down. Our teacher breathing in sync. We inhale and we exhale. Ankles are cracking. 3, 2. Now hold it up. Open up your elbows at the side. So it's your releve going on, and we go out and in, out and in. So my arms are being supported by that armpit muscle. I call it the armpit muscle, the serratus anterior. Yeah. Make sure the booty's not sticking out. And we go 4 more, and 3, and 2, and 1. Hold it here, lower the heels. Shift the elbows to face forward, and we take it out to parallel and squeeze. Inhale, exhale. You've got it. Make sure those shoulders aren't starting to creep up to those ears. And we go 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drive the elbows back. Lift up those heels again. Separate the heels, put them back down. Soften your knees, hinge from the hip. Elbows back. And we're going to kick it back. 1. So make sure we're not craning our neck like this, right? You want that neck to be in line with that spine. Belly's pulling in, tail's slightly tucking. I want you to feel the back of those arms. 8 more. 7, 6, 5, 4 more. 4, and 3, and 2, and we stand back up and just connect your heels. Take those palms facing your thighs again for zip-ups. So we zip up, and we push it down. Inhale to exhale. So you're going to notice that my elbows go slightly higher than my wrists. So it's like the puppet strings are my elbows lifting me up. Now, I know this isn't part of classical Pilates, but you have to always add something in. I'm going to take my right leg, and I'm going to lift it out and down. 2, 3, 4, 5, woo, I'm tipping. 6, my ponytail crooked. 7, could be 8, other side. 1. So you find that focal point for balance. Make sure that standing leg is wrapping. Go 4 more. We go 4, 3, 2, and 1. Separate your heels again and bend your knees. Palms turned up, elbows are bent. This is boxing. So my front hand's going to punch forward, my weight faces down. As my back arm punches back, my palm is up. I come back in, both palms are up. And I switch the hand in front and back, and I come back in. So I'm going to stay slow for a couple more reps to make sure we got it. Front hand palm down, back hand palm up. I always come in 2 palms up. Do we have it? Now let's move. And 8, and 8, and 7, 7, 6, 6, 5, 5. Here's 4, and 4. Keep that torso still. And 2, and 2, and 1, and 1, and bring it back up. Connect the heels again. Bring those arms parallel to the floor for chest expansion. I'm going to releve, pull it back, inhaling, exhaling, bring it back up. Move slower with more control and precision. 2, 3, and lift. Inhale, 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 exhale. 2 more. Open that chest. Wrap those thighs. Now hold it back here and give me little pulses. And again, these pulses are an add-on. It's not your classical Pilates with the weight series. And 8, 7, 6. Focus on opening your chest a little more. 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Keep your your right arm to your side and bring that left arm up. Palm faces you. So be right next to your head. Now I'm going to side stretch over. That arm goes over my head. I press my arm out. I'm still in that side stretch, and I come back up. Try that again. Arm goes over the head. I extend it, then I come up. Here's a breath. Inhale to exhale. One more. Inhale to exhale, and we'll switch the arms out. Palm turned in on the upper arm. I slide the opposite weight down. I go over my head. I press it out, and I come up. You know where I feel the most length in my side? When I press that arm back out. And inhale, reach to exhale, and one more. Inhale, reach and exhale. And we're going to finish with sparklers. Now, sparklers is all about this muscle here. It's not about the shoulder, okay? So, palms turned in. I'm holding it by the ends of my weights. I circle inward, going up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Reverse, going down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Natural breath. Now, next time I go up, I'm going to raise my heels. That's optional. And down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Take it down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold those weights normal, facing your thighs, and in Pilates stance. Let's do a nice easy roll down. Chin to chest. I inhale to exhale. Start to come back up. Tuck that tail. Pull that navel in. Send that tail towards your heels. Breathe. Inhale to start it. Exhale. And inhale. Feel the belly starting you. And we'll just do one more. Draw that chin to your chest. We're peeling. Think of a hot wire running across the center of your torso. Don't touch it going over. Hold up for our last one. Up, and release. Okay, take it all the way down to our mat. Take the weights off to your side. Let's grab our ball. So we're going to take our feet and place our feet on top of that ball. I'm going to have my legs in parallel. And I'm going to press that ball out. I'm going to C-curve back. Yeah? And I'm going to draw it back in. And once my shoulders are over my hips, I'm going to grow tall. I'm going to use my hands behind my thighs to get me taller. I'm going to exhale, pull the air out. And then inhale, zip it up. Exhale. Inhale. 2 more. Lengthen those legs, reach those toes long. And keep the spine nice and long. And then I'm going to hold it right here. I'm going to reach for my toes. I'm going to start to lay all the way down for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reach your arms behind you. Circle them around. Yep, all the way towards your toes. Draw the knees in and curl the chin to your chest. Reach the arms back. My head goes down. I circle my arms. And I draw my chin to my chest. And I draw my knees towards me. I inhale, lengthen. Exhale, scoop. 1 more. Lengthen. My back is arched right here. And as I come around, I plant it heavier. Now hold it right here. Reach those arms long. Roll the ball out. Then we're going to start to pump the 100. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 10. Now if you're going to have your head lifted, I need your shoulders off the mat to the base of your shoulder blade. I'm pumping these arms from my back muscle. You've heard that already in class 2 times at least. Inhale it and exhaling. Now if you want, take your right foot off the ball, add it by the left. Ooh, that's harder. But if you have this big gap going on in your back, you gotta put your feet back down. Still pumping, we're still breathing. Loose feet, tight seat. I can feel tightness in those toes. Breathe in, breathe out. And 1 more. Inhale. Exhale, drop those legs back down and reach those arms away. As I circle my arms, bend those knees in again. Take the hands to your shins, not the chin to your chest.
Keep the head lifted, reach those legs away. It's like double leg stretch. Circle those arms, exhaling, curling deeper. And inhale, to exhale. One more, please. Inhale, to exhale. Grab one of those weights, roll the legs back out, and bring the arms straight up. So my palms are turned in for right now. And I want you to bend the knees. And I'm going to walk my feet up my balls, so my balls a little bit closer. So I can get my back a little bit deeper into my mat. It's neutral spine, but I don't want this big arch, right? So keeping the arms straight, press them all the way down on an inhale, and bring them back up on the exhale. Now keep moving slowly, same speed down, same speed up. Inhale, squeeze those armpits, core is pulling in, and exhale. Inhale, press. Now as I press my arms down, take the left leg out, the right leg up. Bam, hello hammy. And then come back in. Switch the legs out. My head's remaining on my mat for now, and bring it back in. I inhale, to exhale. And I inhale, to exhale. I'm going to curl my eyes to my belly on this one. You don't have to. And then come back in. So both legs are straightening, and then they return to a bend. Inhale, to exhale. Inhale, to exhale. One more side. Notice when your head is lifted and your shoulders are off the mat, your lower back is supported on that mat. Now, roll both legs out. Pilates V your feet. Turn the palms to face your legs. Nod the chin to your chest. Start to reach those weights towards your toes. And slowly come up and over each one. And then bring it back. Remember to wrap your thighs, melt the shoulders, articulate that spine, coming back down. Don't forget to breathe. Nod your chin to your chest. I inhale, to exhale. And inhale, melt the shoulders. Are you breathing? Exhale. And again, find that lower back. Inhale, to exhale. Awesome. And then we inhale and we exhale. Take the weights down on your mat to your side. Bend the knees in. Grab the ball with your feet. Hand to your hands. I missed mine. One of those days. All right, take the ball behind the calves and the hams. Drop your calves over the ball. So right now my knees are very close to my center. My back is really supported. Keep that as you tap your toes down and bring them back up. Nothing else is moving. My pelvis is staying still. My hips are staying still. My lower back is staying still. And now I'm going to add my breathing. I inhale down, exhale up. Inhale. Now another option is to grab up on those weights. Bend your elbows, palms are turned in. So when I tap my toes down, I'm going to keep my arms bent but reach the weights behind me and then bring my elbows towards my thighs. This time I'm going to nod my chin to my chest and curl up off my mat. Inhaling, exhaling. Remember, if you're lifting your head, I don't want you to drag it. So before you start to lift it up, you don't nod that chin to your chest. And be very careful you don't feel strain at all to your neck. One more. Now another option is to hold up here and move the arms and the legs. 8, 7, 6. This might not be for you. You might want to have your head down. 4, 3, bam, 2, and 1. And release. Weights go down again. I'm going to drop the ball, find it with my feet, and I want your left toes on. I want you to hug the right knee in and lengthen that leg long. And as you roll out that ball, I want you to pull that opposite leg closer to you. Now grab on to that ankle of that right foot and
zip up that leg. Hold it here. Inhale for me. Exhale. Stretch it closer to you. That's an option. If that's not an option for you, stay where you are. But I want you to breathe and try to relax the body and allow it to stretch. Now, if your kneecap cannot go over your hip because your hamstring's too tight, I want you to soften your knee and have it over the hip. I'd rather you not be straight and have your kneecap away from your hip. Does that make sense? Okay, arms to your side. Navel's heavy. Tie down your hips. My kneecap is turned away. I'm going to circle across my body, up 1. Inhale, exhale 2. Inhale, exhale 3. How's the back? It should stay in one position. 1 more. And now let's reverse. Away, zip up. Inhale, exhale 4. Nothing else moves. No pelvis, no hips. 3. Use the core to move that leg. 2. Now I'm going to grab that behind that leg again and stretch. Bring both knees bent and rest 2 feet on top of that ball. So I'm going to take my feet directly on top. Now if you know bridging with your feet on a ball is impossible for you, put your feet on the mat, okay? So I'm going to tuck my tail. Come on up. You're going to be squeezing that butt, pulling that belly in, and I'm going to articulate down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Articulate up, tuck the butt, lift up, come back down. 5, 4, watch those hamstrings. Yeah, I know. Squeeze that booty more. Inhale up. Now hold this one. On the exhale, roll it out. Now put the butt down. Bend your knees back in. Try that again. Lift up. Now that's not for you. You're doing a regular bridge then. Press out. Lower the butt. Draw the knees in. Lift up. Press out. Lower down. Okay, now my right leg is going to press up. I'm going to hug my left shin in and reach that right leg long. I want you tugging that knee towards you as that leg goes out. Now grab behind the left ankle or calf or thigh. Zip that leg up. Gotta breathe. Try to relax the shoulders, the neck, the back. Now remember, if you're not flexible enough and your leg cannot be straight with the knee over the hip, you soften that knee. Okay. Bring that leg straight up. Hold it there. Now place the arm down at your side. Turn that kneecap away, and we circle. Okay, round and come up. How we doing? Round and come up. Inhale to exhale. Round and come up, and round and come up. Stop. Now let's reverse it. Where do you feel the movement coming from? It should be your belly. Inhale, so we're going away from that center, reversed it. And 3, and come up. And 2, and come up. And 1, grab behind that calf, ankle, thigh. I'm not going to do the bridges again. And then bend both knees in. I got 2 feet on my ball. Yep, hands behind your thighs. I'm going to gently press my legs out as I come to a seated position. I want you to grab back onto those weights. Okay, so I'm going to ditch my ball for a second. And I want you to be on Pilates stance. So we're going to try and do the rowing series. Now, your arms have to come through your mat, so I wouldn't have your ball too close to the sides. So you move it a little further out, or in front or behind. Okay, so we're going to start our Pilates stance. We're going to pour the coffee. So I've got my pinkies on top and my thumbs on the bottom. Sit super, super, super tall. Now, we're not collapsing in the spine. We're going to C-curve. Our navel just pushes in, and I'm tucking my tail. I hold. I open my arms, and you know what? I reach my fingers long because I'm going to take my thumbs down, bring my knuckles behind me. My head is heavy. From the core and the back muscles, lift those arms. Stay just as high. Circle past those toes if you can. Pour the coffee.
Bring those weights to your sternum, sternum to the weights, do not lean back. Exhale, see her back. Open up, fingers long. Bring it behind, knuckles to the mat. Lift up, inhale. Exhale, circle around that belly button, get deeper. Stack that spine, tall, tall, I'm still coming up. It's okay, see her back. Take the arms out to your feet. So lift it, the palms are up, look into your navel. Lift up, circle around. Now instead of doing 90 degrees, I'm going to go from the chest. I'm going to go right to that one. So I want your Pilates stance pointed. Now notice, I don't know if you can tell by where you're sitting, but I'm hinged forward. I'm not straight up, I'm hinged. That doesn't mean I took my neck and went like this. You want to keep your neck in line with your spine. Palms face forward. I'm going to go up into a diagonal. Now right here, look how lengthened that rib cage is. Now don't let it get smaller as I lower my arms. And then bring them back up. And then circle around and start all over again from the chest. Inhale up. Now as my arms lower, my spine does not change. Inhale, like you will sweat doing the rowing series if you really focus. Inhale up, look straight ahead. Exhale down. Inhale up. Now rest the weights right by your hips and flex your Pilates V. Now this is called from the hip. So I roll my hands out to my ankles. I lift my arms by my ears. I come up into that diagonal, hello belly, and circle around. You guys starting to sweat? I am. Reach for those heels. Arms by the ears. Lift up. I'm not changing my lower back. I'm stacking on top of it. And reach, reach, reach. Arms by the ears. Lift up. And then ditch the weights. Grab back onto your ball. I want you to place it again behind the calf and the hamstring. So this is roll like a ball. It's not for everybody, but there are modifications. So you can just balance on your sitting bones, right? You can keep your feet on the floor and do a roll down, okay? So pick what's going to work for you. Now the first one never works for me. I give it 2 shots, okay? So give yourself 2 shots. So I'm balancing. I'm not collapsing in my rib cage. So think of up on that lower back, chin to chest. Keep your heels pressing towards that ball. We gently tip back. We need to keep our chin to our chest, just to the base of the shoulder blades, and then come back up. Now on this hardwood floor, I'll hear you if you thud, right? Right. Ah, no thudding. That's pretty good. Now I have to admit though, I did thud on my first one. I got a tight lower back, right? I'm not getting to do this at all. Inhale, exhale, and one more. Don't throw your head back. Eyes to belly, you butt up, butt down. Grab onto your ball and lengthen the leg. The ball is in my hand. I'm going to bring my right knee towards that ball. My thigh is touching that ball. I'm going to keep it touching the ball as I come back to the base of my shoulder blade. Lift the opposite leg up to 45 for a single leg stretch. But instead of pulling my knee in with my hands, my knee's on its own, it's going to pull into the ball and press into the ball. Now, if you'd rather have the ball behind your head to help support your neck, that's fine too. You never have to lift your head in Pilates. Remember that. Let's breathe. Inhale to exhale. To inhale to exhale. Come on, drive that leg through that ball. You get extra credit, you know. And inhale to exhale and release that head and put the ball on your shins and tug. Nicely done. Now keep the ball on your shins and nod the chin to your chest. We're going to reach the arms and legs away from our center. When you come back in, put the ball between your ankles. And now reach the arms away. 2, 3, grab onto your ball, legs together. Hold, 2, 3, ball between the ankles. Inhale, 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 grab. So you notice I'm not circling my arms out because I have the ball every other time. 2 more. Inhale, exhale, inhale, release the head and place the feet down. Let's shake our heads no to release any strain. I'm going to bridge up and place the ball under my pelvis. We're going to be doing scissors, okay? So I'm going to take those legs straight up. Make sure they're not starting to fall towards your navel. I'm going to drop my right leg, my left leg comes towards me, and then I switch, switch, switch. Make it about the belly, please. It's the ab series. Let's breathe. Inhale to exhale. Try to have those legs like beams of steel and gently press the back of your head into the mat. Inhale. Now I'm going to add on to this, so stay tuned. The leg is closest to my mat is going to bend and slide in. As it comes up, my other leg goes out, bend and slide in. So it's an up, out, slide. Up, out, slide. Up and slide. So make it real smooth. And I want you to feel that stretch in that hip as you lengthen that leg. Now freeze. That's back pedal. Out, up, bend. Out, up, out, up. So slide that heel out as long as you can. I want to hear your toes going across that mat. And then I want you to bring both knees in and give a little tuck. All right, arms to your side, legs up on Pilates V for double straight leg, lower lift. Now remember, don't be like in your feet. Loose feet, but wrap your seat. We're going to go lower, 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 lift. Inhale, 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 exhale. Now, if 45 degrees is too much on that lower back, you don't go that low. Lift up. I want the breath. Inhale, 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 exhale. 1, 2, 3, lift. Don't let the back get wonky. Keep it still. 1 more. 1, 2, 3. Hug those knees in. Woohoo! I'm going to put one hand to my ball, lift up my seat, and rock myself up. How'd that go? Okay. Yep. Yep. All right, so let's do some obliques, okay? So I'm going to rest my arms on top of my ball. I'm going to seat curve back. Another option is to support the back and put the ball back here. Grab onto that ball and hover it over your knees. Now I want you to twist so you can see me. Take the ball against the leg. The arm is closest to your center line. That hand is going to be on top. Other hand's going to rest underneath the ball. And I'm going to roll it up and down. So I'm facing the ball, but my hips and my pelvis stay neutral. Make sense? And this bottom hand is just sliding right underneath that ball, like I'll catch you if you fall. In and back. Don't think of up, because then you miss that on abs, right? Think of crunching in. Think of the upper rib cage crunching towards the bottom. Those shoulders should be melted. That's right. And 3. And 2. 1. Hold it back here. Roll the ball to their side. And the hand's starting to be set up now. I roll it up a little bit and roll it back a little bit. Now turn and face that ball. I exhale on the up. And make sure both sitting bones are planted. And it's not up, it's in. 4. 3. Now we're already sitting up. So we're going to go right to, hang tight, come back, center it, hold the ball chest tight, press the legs out to the edges of your mat, and here we are for spine stretch. Okay? Now let your shoulders go forward and then slide them back. I'm not moving my torso or my chest. It's shoulder movement. So to make sure you can feel the difference, here is not where my shoulders should be. Here is where it should be. So think of you being up against a wall. And my shoulders go away from the wall,
and then they touch the wall. One more. So here you are. Flex those feet, hinge at the hip. We're going to inhale up, chin to chest, exhale, and I'm keeping my lower back against that wall. My navel's pulling back against it like crazy. Suck that navel in, squeeze the butt cheeks, inhale up, where are those shoulders? Exhale forward. So you watch that navel, all the air getting out of center. Inhale as you come up, up, up. If you're like, oh my gosh, that's hard, you're doing it right. If anything in Pilates, what I've come to realize, if anything seems easy, it's not being done right. Exhale forward. Inhale up, and we'll just do one more. And then we'll inhale up, and we'll melt those shoulders down. Bend the knees, and we're going to slowly bring it back down. We're going to do corkscrew today. So we're going to play, we're going to place that ball underneath our pelvis. You don't have to. If you'd rather take your hands underneath your seat, like a football tee, that's fine. So those legs are straight up, over the hips, of course, in the Pilates stance. So my thighs are wrapping around, right? I feel like my two legs became one Greek column. I'm going to take my legs towards the center of the room and sweep them down, away, and center. Now reverse it, go away from the center of the room, circle down, and lift. So I always start off with smaller circles and bigger. I test the waters. Is my core able to support me with how I'm doing this? Now if that went well, then you can drop a little lower, but you gotta be careful because if you can't support it, the pelvis is not gonna stay neutral. The hips are gonna be all over the place, the ball will be all over the place. You notice what your seat is doing as your lowest point circling around? It's squeezing a little bit, right? Inhale, two exhale, that's how much you feel. And last one, inhale, two exhale. I'm gonna lift my butt off that ball, gently rock myself back up, and take my legs as wide as my mat again. I'm just gonna shove my ball towards my upper inner thighs just to keep it still, but also I'm gonna press into a little bit. Like why not? Why not work the adductors? Open up the arms for saw. So right here, I should feel like someone's pushing me forward. Because if I don't feel that, I'm more than likely leaning back, right? Just a little bit. Your chest is open, fingers are reaching straight. Inhale, twist to me. Exhale, look at your back palm. Inhale, up and twist. Exhale, your palm should face you. Inhale, up tall, 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 tall. Now all I did here was I scoop. Inhale, up. Exhale. One more inside. Inhale, to exhale. And then lift up. Last one. Anchor those hips, anchor those sits bones. Bring it back up and release. Onto your stomachs. So I'm not going to use my ball for a second. Hopefully it stays. If not, the goal is you guys just bring it back to me. All right. So we're going to take our hands underneath our shoulders. And our legs are sits bone width apart. My navel's pulling in. I'm going to roll that marble with my nose. And I'm just going to lift up my head and chest. My belly button stays on. I'm looking at your neck placement. And then bring it back down. So think of a roller going up your back and along the back of your head. Keep that roller in line. I lift up, my shoulders melt down, I squeeze my sits bones together, and I exhale, I pull my navel away from the mat. And then we're going to lift up again, we're going to hold this here, let go of the breath, look to the center of the room. And then your chin is going to sweep around to the other side, and then back to center. Look away from the center of the room, roll those shoulders or the chin around, and come back down. Now this time, I'm going to roll that marble with my nose. I'm going to come up, I'm going to straighten my arms. Wah-ha-ha. And I'm going to just rock down, bend my elbows, and lift up. Inhale. Exhale. Last one.
And then I'm going to stretch back in a child's pose. We like child's pose. I'm going to release those wrists and arms go behind you, palms up, and you curl the fingertips to the wrist. Good. Okay, we're going to go into double leg kicks. So if you can't be on your stomach, this is another one you'd be doing standing, and the hand placement would be the same. And you would kick 1 foot at a time versus 2. So I grab that ball this time, legs together, then I'm going to look to the center of the room. My navel's pulling in. I'm going to try and have my shoulders and elbows drop towards my mat. Okay? Kick your bum 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Now reach the ball for your heels. Watch the neck placement. Look away from the center, bend your elbows, kick. Try not to move the pelvis. It should be laying on the mat and reach. And again, kick, kick, kick. And inhale, inhale, inhale. I'll just hold this. That's it for this one. Hold it here. Now keep your head and chest lifted. Let go one hand on the ball. Bring that ball around. Circle it. Bring it around. Circle it. Bring it around. Squeeze in your butt. Reverse it. Inhale to exhale. The ball does not touch the floor. In a perfect row. Yes, I know. And then I'm going to bring it out, drop it down, swan up with our hand on the ball. Just want to do one of these. And then release. Child's pose, let go of the ball. Scoop the belly and round the back. Okay, we're going to shoulder bridges. So back on your seat. I want you to grab onto your weights again. We ditch the ball again. All right, what we're doing here, if you can't lie on your back, you would focus on the arm movement. So we'll be lying on our back doing flies. You can be seated going this way. Okay? We've got some pregnant ladies doing this class. Okay. Can't have them lie on their backs. Okay, so let's do the arm movement first. Palms up, shoulders down, and the palms are turned in. I'm going to float open each side and then bring it back up. Yeah. So think if I wasn't laying on my back and I was sitting up, I'd be doing the same movement. My arms float out, open my chest, and I come back in. See that? So anything seated, you can take it lying down and vice versa. Okay, now hold those arms up. Now I want to add a bridge. So I'm going to not articulate. I'm just going to lift up, straight up for 2, and then come down for 2. Then I'm going to come up for 2. I'm going to come down for 2. As I come up, my arms are going to open. When I come down, my arms close. Inhale, exhale. I'm lifting my spine as one unit instead of articulating vertebrae by vertebrae. I'm inhaling, open chest, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Now on this inhale, keep the bridge up. Exhale, bring the arms up though. Tabletop your right leg. Straighten it up. We're going to do our little snap kick. Down, up. Down, up. Just 2 more. 3. Now lower that heel to your mat and zip it back in. Fix your bridge. Bend the other knee to a tabletop. Zip that leg up. And we go for 4. Down, up the leg. And 3. And 2. Reach that leg long. Slide the heel in. Fix your bridge. And lower, articulating down. 5, 4, 3, 2. Press those legs straight. Sides of your feet squeeze together. Draw the eyes to your belly. And we're going to sit straight up, straight up, straight up. Release the weights. Take your arms out like a T. Sit taller. Inhale up. Twist to me. 1, further, 2. Inhale to spine twist. 1, 2. So watch what you're doing with those feet. Your feet should be flexed, and they shouldn't be moving when you twist. So I'll watch. Yeah. If they move, what do you think is moving? Your hips, right? That was our last one, and release. Okay, come on to your side,
And I want you to mirror where my head is. So if I'm on this side, you're gonna come on this side. We're gonna take that ball on the back of my mat. And if you don't happen to have a ball, you guys that are watching this, it's okay, you do the same thing. You can also lay on your side. All right, so I'm gonna take my knees towards the edge of my mat. My top leg is gonna straighten out. Now a couple options for your free hand. It can be pressing into the mat, it can be behind your head, wherever it feels good to you, wherever you need it the most. So I'm gonna push this leg up, hip height, my bottom knee is pushing down. Flex that foot, and we're gonna swing it forward, give a push, back. Now I don't want to see any movement coming from the torso or the hip, right? It's staying stacked. Exhale, exhale. Now I'm gonna give you some more options. I'm gonna grab my weight. It's gonna go opposite as my leg, and I want that arm to be parallel to the floor, not dropping down and flinging up. Exhale, exhale. Inhale, inhale. Last one. Exhale, exhale. Then bring that leg back to center and drop it down. Bring that arm straight up, palm still faces the leg. Now, are you starting to get real heavy on your ball? That means the shoulders collapsed. So if you feel like that ball is a hot ball and you're trying to stay off of it. Lift the leg to the weight to the leg. So you should feel everything working along the side of the leg, including the hip, the glute, and the oblique. And I lift and I lower. And again, stay light on your ball. You don't want to collapse. 3, 2, 1. Now bring it back to parallel. And let's do circles forward. Round to come up. Round to come up. Round to come up. And then reverse. Away and come up. Away and come up. Away and come up. And then I'm going to drop that leg. I'm going to take my arm that's propping me up and reach it forward. Now, if you want, you can keep the weight here. If you want extra weight to lift up, now I'm holding my elbow to my rib cage. Okay? I'm going to push off my bottom hand and my bottom knee. Crunch. Go back over. I squeeze my seat coming up. I go over. That's 3. 4. 5. You got it. 6. Make sure your neck is staying in line with your spine. 7. Then I'm going to come all the way up on this one, put the weight down, and bring that top leg behind you. Take that ball in that hand, and think of mermaid. Over a hot wire. Grab onto your ball, hook onto that back shin. Stretch. Does that feel good? Well, to me it does. I don't know if you, but. Inhale. And it's really important that when you're sliding that ball out, that this shoulder doesn't get wonky away from that back, right? So I'm not going way out there with my shoulder. I'm trying to keep it connected as best I can. Does that make sense? Okay. Now hold this here. Drop the arm along the side of your head. Turn to face the back leg. It's like put yourself into a shell. And retrace your steps and come back out, and we'll go to the other side. Okay? Oh, time always goes by so fast. Second half class, right? So much more to do. I always feel like the second half of the order always gets like the not enough time to do it. Okay, so my knees are towards the top edge. Shoulder and elbow in a straight line. My top leg is going to reach long. I didn't use the weight first. So I lift that leg up and down. Opposition in everything you do in Pilates. So the opposition here is my bottom leg pushing down. I feel my glutes firing, my outer thigh, my hip, my oblique, my shoulders. I should not feel all this tension up here. Now hold this one up, grab onto your weight. And I think I started with these last time, and then I did the up and down. So we're out of order. That's what I get for throwing add-ons into the order. And forward, back,
exhale, inhale, exhale. Now bring it back to center and release. Now take that weight straight up. It's facing the thigh. So we just did a little extra side lifts on this leg. We feel guilty. We have to go to the other side again and do some more reps. 4, 3, yeah, 2. Now hold it up and circle forward, round to come up, round to boop, and pause. And now I reverse, round to come 4, round to come 3, round to come 2, and 1. The arm you're propped up on, reach it long. You can keep the weight. My elbow is going to stay to my rib cage. I'm not going to be flying around here. I push off my bottom leg, my bottom arm, I come up. Now when you go over, you're going over a hot ball. So you can't just release the rib cage. We exhale on the up. And down. And then I lift up. Core's got to be engaged here. Glutes have to be engaged here. You know that. You want to feel the stretch. Because you have to lengthen before you can strengthen. We go 3. And we know what comes after side kicks. 2, oh, we're all smiling. Hold this one up. Put that leg behind. Watch other weights there. There's my ball. Over a hot wire. Mermaid. Be careful. Hook the hand, the shin. Bring the ball up and over. And here I go. Over that railing. Don't touch the railing. Bring it back up. I do one more, and then we'll add that stretch over the head. I bring the arm, and I kind of lower that hand towards my head more, and I'm going to put myself into a rounded position, looking at that back leg. Then retrace your steps. And now get ready for teaser. Okay, so I'm going to use my weights. I'm going to show you different levels. You're going to pick which one works for you. We can't spend a whole lot of time on teaser because we got like 8 more exercises to do. I'm going to put the ball to start between my knees. I'm going to reach my legs, palms face down. Now I am not stacked. I am sort of hinged to start. Okay? And my arms are diagonal, just like my legs are. And I squeeze the ball to lower. Exhale. Nod the chin to your chest. Find that lower back and float up. Momentum will not get you stronger. So here's what I mean. If you have trouble coming up, and I see this a lot, they come to their side, they use that elbow to push them up. They did not do anything good for themselves. Okay, so this is where you want to start, beginner, too hard, that's fine. Next level, I'm going to get rid of the ball. I'm going to put legs together and extend my right leg long, side to side, knee to knee. Eyes to belly, find that lower back, reach for your toes. Then my eyes go down my thighs to my belly and up to the ceiling. Find your belly with your eyes. Lift up to your toes. And then I'm going to switch legs while I come down. So we don't have time to do the whole lower reps. Switch the legs out. Eyes to belly. I inhale. You got to fight that urge for momentum. I know it helps you get up there, but it won't make you stronger. Lift up. Now, next level is a full teaser. Oh boy. Legs up, Pilates V. Inhale for me. Exhale. Now, right now, if you can't have your back against that mat, this is not for you today. Eyes to belly. Inhale, float. Exhale, lower. My legs are still there. Chin to chest, lower back, find it. Inhale up. Exhale down. If it's going okay for you, do one last one. Inhale up. And then drop the legs down. Reach the arms behind you. I'm going to ditch my weights. I'm going to circle around. I'm going to sit up. That was me after a teaser. Yeah, use your belly to sit up. Okay, we're going to try swimming. Onto your stomachs. Let's go. Come on. Okay. So reach those arms straight out in front of your shoulders. Straight as they can go, like beams of steel. Legs sitting bone width apart. We're gonna lift everything possible off that mat. So pull your navel in, squeeze your sit bones, lift up. Now my right arm is higher and my left leg is higher. I'm gonna swim. Boop, boop. I'm gonna start to count. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, and child's pose back. Scoop the belly, round the back. Now reach those arms out further so I can push out to a plank. Here we go. Squeeze those armpits, wrap your thighs, tuck your tail. Lift your right leg up. Your left heel is going to go pulse, pulse, foot down. Left leg up, pulse, pulse, return. Right leg, boop, boop, return. Left leg, boop, boop. That was it. To your knees, stretch back, palms up, cup your hands, release. Okay, sit on your bum and take your legs out in Pilates stance. So shoulder issues, you may want to just keep your seat on your mat and just open up seated, okay? So I'm in my Pilates V. Now the ideal position of the hands are fingertips face you, okay? Well, I broke my wrist and sometimes that doesn't feel that great. So I turn mine out. It kind of changes what my shoulders are doing, but it's better for my wrist, okay? So again, you don't have to lift up at all. But I like to open up first and then tuck my tail, pull my navel in, and I usually slide on my mat, which means I'm probably doing something wrong with my feet and legs. Come back down, and then circle and round forward to your toes. And then sweep them back, open the chest, scoop and lift. And then bring it back down, and reach it forward. Now there's more to that, that's all we're doing right now. Open up the chest, scoop and lift, and then come back down. Come onto your knees facing me. Okay. Grab that ball. This is a variation, different variation. We have time? Barely. All right, so my hips are pushing forward. Tell me, what do you feel in the back of your body is going on? You feel those muscles engaged? They're not like, oh, I'm on vacation, like, okay, I'm engaged. Take the leg out to the side. Bring those arms straight up. Okay? Now, I'm going to make like a diagonal airplane arm. Then I'm going to tip my teapot. Fingertips are going to touch. Hold that there. Okay? Come back up, right here. Grab your ball. Tap your ball. Bring it back up. Fingertips. Tap. Hold the diagonal. Do you feel that? Grab on. Tap the ball. Small. Come off the ball. Fingertips. Tap. Then bring it all the way up and release. Okay. Other side. Other side. Here we go. There she is. All right. I lost you. Okay, leg out. Hips push forward. Your hip and your knee should be in a straight line, and your heel should be in line with the back of that knee. So if the ball's going to go my bottom arm, I make this little airplane arm. Keep those hips pushing forward. I don't move my hips. Now I tap. Let's come back where I started. Small one here. Don't move anything else. Now I go and tap. Woo! Tap the ball. Bam. Can you feel anything working?
Yes.
Yes.
More so on this side.
Yeah. And then bring it up to a T. And sit back in a child's pose and reach that ball out. So we're not going to get to seal or Pilates push-ups. Oh, bummer. All right, so release that ball. Come back onto your mat in a quadruped position, hands and knees. Curl those toes under. And I'm going to lift up my seat into a down dog position. So my heels are going to press down. I'm going to lift one heel up, and then opposite heel is going to really push that mat, and then switch, push it down. And then switch. And then switch. One more ratio. Now 2 heels down. Keeping your legs straight. Everybody hear that? Walk your feet to your hands. So you're going to lift your leg from your belly. And peel yourself up. And as you're coming slowly up, your tail is pushing down. Bring those arms up on an inhale. And just exhale, lower them as the head grows taller towards the ceiling. One more. Inhale. Exhale. And you have made it.
Thanks,
Okay.
Thanks for
Nicely
having
done,
class.
ladies. All right.
It always feels so much better.